In this video, I started a first-generation farm with nothing but a bank loan and a pickup truck. So now I have the challenge of building a profitable farm from scratch. Will I go broke or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go build a farm. Well, boys, it's another day back out here on the farm. It is currently May 2nd, and we've got $57,000 in the bank account. Now, a couple of things have been happening. The crops finally came up, the rest of them here, but they are full of weeds, and that is something we need to get taken care of ASAP. So last year I rented a sprayer from my neighbor down the road. I'm gonna be doing the same again this year, but it won't be ready until later today for us to go and pick up. So in the meantime, we've got some hay to make. Now we've gotten this side of the river completely cut along with my house property there, but on the other side of the river, there is still plenty of hay to cut. We've got all around the fields, all along the sides of the road, all that good stuff, so we're gonna be getting all that cut. Now, I've been thinking here, we've got this massive patch of trees. I mean, this is huge here. It's super thick, really annoying, because it's kind of attached to this small field here. Now, if we look at the map here at Field 8, there is a ton of room between the start of Field 8 and the river. Now, I'm thinking here at some point, if we get some sort of a mulcher in like we had last time to get rid of the trees last year, we could take out a good chunk of this and get ourselves some extra farmland, because that is what we're needing right now. Because this year's profit is going to be going to paying off the debt, at least a little bit of it, because I still have to buy myself some new equipment. Anyway, the 4455 here should be ready to go do some cutting. Now, I already have herbicide for the sprayer, so we're not going to have to go pick anything up on that end, but if I do end up fertilizing at some point, I'm going to have to go pick up some solid fertilizer pallets, which is going to be expensive. But luckily, from our last hay cut there, we should have enough money to scrape by. I also got to keep in mind that I got to buy a combine here soon, so I got to save some money for that. There is going to be an auction coming up in the next couple of weeks, so I'm hoping I should be able to score a combine there. I'm trying not to spend too much money, but I guess we'll have to see what everything kind of goes for there. Now, on the other side of this drainage ditch here from Field 8, we've got Field 7, which also has a massive clump of trees, so I'm probably going to try to get rid of that too if I end up going through with that. If anything, it could just be more hay to cut. Also, I know I'm driving in the field, but I don't have much of an option. Alright, so this side is finished. I even mowed along the other kind of side here, along the ditch. I usually never mow that because it's such a steep grade, but we need all the hay we can get, so I mowed it. And now I gotta mow this side. But you know what? It's actually going better than I thought it would. Grass is thick this year, and looks like we're gonna get a good amount of bales off this. So there's a lot of brush through here, but the mower seems to be chewing through it, so we're just saying screw it and cutting it. I'm sure the bales need a little fiber anyway. And it's also cleaning up the edge of the field, so I'll take it. There we go. That is it for the first cut of this year. I'm going to let this dry out for a little bit before I rake it. Now, the sprayer is not ready just yet, but there's a couple things we got to do before that gets picked up and brought over here. First things first, this equipment is filthy, so I need to get it washed. I'm going to wash off the disc too once I get this all done. There we go. Much better. You know what? I'm gonna need a skid steer off the trailer here. Dang, the trailer's dirty too. Everything's dirty right now. So in order to actually use this herbicide here, I actually have to get it off the shelf because it is way up high. Just move this liquid fertilizer out of the way. I may have to move the combine, but I should only need 2 pallets, so we should be good. There's 1. There's 2. So even though the auction's a few weeks away here, they've already got some items for us to look at here, and there's this one John Deere baler I'm looking at. What's this? A John Deere 535. Really, really nice baler. If I have the money, I might have to pick it up. Now, this is what I was really looking at. The John Deere 9400 combine. Really, really nice combine. Probably going to go for a bit more money than I can afford, but who knows? I'll have to wait and see. That, and there's this old Gleaner combine. I don't know about this one. Gleaner is not really my first choice, but if we have to cheap out, this is probably what I'll get. Anyways, I'm just gonna move this pallet of liquid fertilizer back up onto the shelf here. There we go. While I have the time, may as well wash up the dually and the gooseneck here. I need to get some bags in the back of this dually because it sits low. I mean, I know this trailer's heavy, but it ain't that heavy. I think the leaf springs are kind of going on this thing. Well, it's been a little bit here, and I got the call that the sprayer is ready to go. We're just renting it for a couple hours here. Probably not even a couple hours. It's not going to take us any time to get this all done. It's going to be about $2,000, but it is a brand new sprayer, so it should be fun to try out. Oh yeah, check this bad boy out. Brand new Fendt. I don't even know what the numbers are on the side. Can't even see them. Oh shoot, I missed my turn. Sorry, mail truck. That's not a mail truck, that's a delivery truck. Oh, can we fit through the fence? Yes, we can. A Fent 937H. Real nice sprayer. I'm gonna get this filled up with herbicide here, and then we should be able to get out on the field. I guess this is quite an upgrade from the John Deere that we rented last year. I don't think the booms are as big though, but that may actually help a little bit because maneuvering it through the fields was a little bit tough. Now this does have a real nice front load, so this should make this real easy. So we're not gonna be filling this thing up completely just because we probably won't need it. And if we do, well, I guess I can grab some more pallets there, but we should be good. Now, this thing does have the super wide egg tires, but the crop should be still springy enough to come back up, and it shouldn't make too much damage in the field, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm going to unfold this here, but there's a lot more to this sprayer just yet. Oh, hopefully we don't hit the trees. Do I got to angle it a little more? No, we should be just good here. All right, so we can put this all out like this, and we can lift it up, which is even cooler. Now, this thing does have automatic boom leveling, so when I kind of take it over this ditch here, it goes down to that level, which is really cool. It also has section control. I don't want to waste too much spray here, but if I turn this thing on, you see the whole boom's going here, but if I turn this on, it slowly goes to every section, which is really cool. Anyways, let's get some spraying done here. Now, this sprayer is available in the Prairies and Plains pack. If you guys want to check that out, I'll have a link down in the description. Be sure to use code AwesomeFarmer at checkout. Now, I guess since this is a brand new sprayer, I should probably be using GPS. Makes things a little bit easier. But so far, this thing is working awesome. Can't cruise quite as fast as the other sprayer, but hey, I'll take it. So we've got a GPS line here that already kind of goes over a good portion of the field that we've already sprayed. So what I'm going to do is narrow that a bit and check it out. We're not overspraying now. Really cool part of the section control there. And there we go. One field down, many more to go. Lucky enough for me, I already bought the herbicide last year, so we don't got to make the big investment this year of buying it all. Just look how many weeds were in this soybean field. That is ridiculous. Also seems like we're using more herbicide this year. And that is about it for here. Now we just got to cross the river there, but I do want to try something here. I wonder if I put herbicide on the grass over here, if it's going to get a better yield or not. I'm just going to take a pass here. Just kind of get around where I can. Yeah, it should be plenty good. Now, do we have a yield increase? Yield bonus is 60% right now. Fertilized 50%. No. We get nothing. Okay, does need lime though, and it does need fertilizer. So when I get some solid fertilizer, I'll pick up a pallet or two of lime and we'll spread it on here. Look at this, I can use the section control. Sweet. I missed a little anyway. So that is it for this farm. If you remember at my house there's still that small field, so we're gonna go get that quick. We got about 23% left in the tank, so we still got plenty. But hopefully with all this sprayed out, we actually get a bit of a better yield. Would be nice. Oh, but I do have to fold up everything here, or else we're not going to fit through the gate. Well, this shouldn't take long. 1 headland pass and 2 normal passes. Well, 2.5, something like that. All right, got the extra herbicide unloaded here, and I'm going to go run this thing back to the neighbor, pay him, and that is spraying finished. See how much it bumped up our yield here. Nothing, actually. Well, maybe 10% on the yield bonus. Not too bad. Got my neighbor paid $2,000. Brings us down to $55,000, which not too bad. Now, I'm going to let the hay that we cut here dry out for a couple of days. Hopefully, we don't have any rain. I should probably check the weather, see if it's changed at all. I checked it this morning. We were supposed to be rain-free for a couple of days, but that changes as soon as you cut hay, of course. Looking at the weather, May 5th. It's supposed to rain, of course. Well, hopefully May 4th, everything dries up enough to where we can get it raked up and baled. Well, would you look at that? Morning of May 4th, it is super sunny, nice and warm. The morning dew's burnt off. I got the rake hooked up, ready to go, so we're going to try, see if we can rake that all up, and hopefully get it all baled today, because tomorrow is supposed to just be rain. And if I could, I'd like to avoid having all my hay rained on. Look at that, grabbing 3 swaths in one shot here. Getting ourselves a mega swath. Hopefully the baler doesn't get plugged up. So everything is dried up very nicely, and I'm thinking we should be ready to bale here as soon as this is all raked up. We might actually get a decent amount. Back to baling once again. I can't wait to get actual hay fields. That way I don't have to go all around my other bigger fields. It's such a pain, but it is worth it at the end of the day. Gets us some extra income coming in while we're waiting to harvest everything. Man, I forgot to check what the counter was when I started there. I guess I can do a count afterwards. I think so far we've got 7. We got 12, and then this last little bit here. It's actually not too bad. So I've got the truck already across the river. Now, normally I'd just go back and forth with the bales, but I'm trying to not rut up this crossing of the creek too badly. And if I went back and forth with bales, it would rut it up a lot more. I just don't need any tractors or anything getting stuck in there for now. I mean, I'd be fine. I got the 4-wheel drive, but if I can avoid it, I'm going to try to. So just off the rounds out of this one big field here, we got 8 bales, and there's just a few more left. My count was right. Got 2 more bales left off of here, and then 1 left on the other field here. So 13 in total. I'm just so dang glad I'm not using that stupid skid steer to move these bales. That was so dang slow. And last bale. So I'm thinking this is not worth taking in, especially since if we look at the prices right now, yep, super dang low, 157, 161. Gonna try wait it out till December again. We did this last year. We had really good luck, so I don't know. We'll see. Now this is what the skid steer is good for. Unloading bales. Getting bales off the field, not so much. I'm just gonna stack them all up in the hay shed real quick. And that is not too bad of a little hay stack, if I do say so myself. I was taking a look at renting a mulcher so we can get all these trees out of here. It's going to cost, for probably the time we're going to need it, about $5,000. Should be easily able to recoup that by selling the wood that we cut down. So as long as I have enough money after buying the solid fertilizer that we're going to be needing for the fields, I'm probably going to go rent that. And then even though we won't be able to use the land this year, other than maybe getting a little hay off of it, we'll be able to expand the other field next year and grow some more crops. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.